Hi guys, it's a little cold here outside in Florida. This one is called Spiders, number 13. Alright, you ready? I never cared much for Mondays. If I were the king of the world, I'd have Mondays removed from the calendar. Of course, the problem is that it is Tuesday. It is that Tuesday would become the new Monday, which would defeat the purpose. Then again, if I were a king of the world, I probably wouldn't hate Mondays. Notwithstanding, this was one Monday I was looking forward to. I was celebrating my birthday with my mom, Austin, and Taylor at Pizza Max. What could be better than that? As I suspected, my mother was thrilled to hear I had invited Taylor, though I'm not sure if she was more excited that Taylor was coming or that I had actually gotten up the courage to ask her. We were eating breakfast when I said, "We need to pick Taylor up at school, okay?" My mother smiled. "No problem." I was thinking I should get her a present. "Do you know what girls like?" She smiled at me wryly. "I should hope so. I'm a girl." "I know. I mean, one my age. Trust me, we're all the same. We like clothes and jewelry and flowers." "I only have $26, I said. "Does she have an iPod?" "I think so." "You could get her an iTunes gift card. We have them at our store." "That's a cool present," I said. "That way, every time she listens to a song she bought with it, she'll think of you." "Mom," she laughed, "I'm just trying to help." Austin had another dentist appointment that morning, so after breakfast, my mom dropped me off at school. I can't believe the difference a weekend can make. Somehow, I went from zero to hero. People I didn't even know said hi to me in the hall, and the basketball team, who previously didn't know I existed, had taken a liking to me. Little Norris. I'll be lying if I said I didn't like it. That afternoon, I was standing in line for hot lunch when Austin marched up to me. "Dude, we need to talk." "Hold on, I'm getting my lunch." "This is more important than food." Those were words I never thought I'd hear from Austin's mouth. "You're serious." As a heart attack dude, and we need Taylor. I looked around. "I don't know where she is." "She's over there," he said, pointing across the crowded lunchroom. That's when I first realized Austin and Taydar. I don't know why he has so much better at finding her than I was, but he definitely was. Taylor was sitting at a table with 5 other girls. "You need to get her now." "You go get her," I said. "She won't come with me. She doesn't even remember my name." "Yes, she does. She's just teasing you." "You're the president of the Electro Clan," he said. "It's your responsibility." I wondered what good it was being president of something if you're always being told what to do by the members. I relented. "All right. I'll meet you in the courtyard." After the lunch line, and I left the lunch line and walked up to her table. Taylor was in the middle of telling a story, and one of the girls nudged her when she saw me approach. Taylor looked up at me. "Hi, Michael." I felt awkward with all the girls looking at me. I did my best not to twitch. Can I talk to you?" I fumbled for an excuse. "About biology." She looked at me quizzically. "Sure, what's up?" "Can I talk to you in private?" "Ooh," one of the girls said. "Shut up, Katie," Taylor said, standing. "I'll be right back." We stepped away from the table. "What's going on?" "Austin says he needs to talk to us. He says it's important." "Important?" "He skipped lunch to talk to us." "It must be important. Where is he?" "He's in the courtyard." We walked together to the school's outer courtyard. Austin was sitting alone on a bench, a little hunched over, as if hiding. He stood when he saw us. He was clutching a piece of paper. Hi, Austin, Taylor said. What's up? He's not... Aw, the dogs want in. Hang on. Come on, guys. Okay. The dogs wanted in. Nikki and Bella. Okay. Those are my dad's dogs. Okay. He had not been so grim, I think he would have been overjoyed that she got his name right. Everyone sit down, he said gravely. We sat on both sides of him. Remember our last meeting? We were wondering about what might have happened around those days you were born. The 11 days, I said. When all the babies died? Exactly. What I did was look through the newspaper for anything out of the ordinary that began that day or week before April 16th. Everything looked pretty usually until I found this. He held up a sheet of paper. It's a newspaper article from the Los Angeles Times. He read it out loud. Pasadena. Scientists from England Incorporated, an international medical equipment provider, announced today the discovery of a new method of body imaging, which they claimed will render current MRI, that's magnetic resonance imagery, technology obsolete. The new machine, called the MEI, magnetic electron induction, was created at a cost of more than $2 billion, and according to developers was the potential to deliver benefits of diagnosis and treatment once considered an impossibility. Dr. C.H. Hatch, Elgin Incorporated CEO, said, this new technology will have the same effect on current medical technology that the X-ray machine had at the turn of the 19th century. Current MRI technology uses radio waves to generate images of organs and tissues. In closely guarded technology, the MEI creates electrically charged molecules that are 1,200 to 1,500 times more visible than current MRI readings. This method is the first of its kind to employ electrons to create an enhanced view of the body. This new technology will benefit every known discipline of medicine and possibly many that have not been pioneered, said Dr. John Smart, one of the machine's inventors and professor emeritus at Harvard Medical School. This technology may very well pave the way to new disciplines in health studies. The MEI technology has received FDA approval for limited human testing and is currently being installed in Pasadena General Hospital. Human testing is planned to begin April 16th of this year. Oh my gosh. Austin set down his paper. Now here's the clincher. 12 days later, a small article ran in the Times saying that the MEI experiment had been temporarily suspended due to some minor technical malfunction. I said. What are the odds of that? All those babies started dying the day the machine was turned on and ended the exact same day they turned it off. Impossible odds, Austin said. Crazy impossible. The machine must have something to do with it. You mean they put all those babies through the machine? Taylor asked. No, they wouldn't do that. I'm guessing that something went wrong with the machine's waves traveled through the walls. And if the machine was somehow responsible for those deaths, Taylor said, the people who own the machine wouldn't want others to find out about what happened to all those babies, or they could be sued for millions, hundreds of millions, Austin said. Wow, Taylor said. Think about it. They've been hiding this from the public for 15 years. If they knew what we knew, That, Austin said, looking even more worried, is why I needed to talk to you. He turned to Taylor. How do you look up those first hospital records? On the internet. Where? On my computer, Taylor said. At home? Yes, why? He combed his fingers back through his hair. I was afraid of that. What's wrong with that? I asked. Hopefully nothing, but they might have set up spiders. Taylor asked, what's that? Spiders comb the web looking for references to certain topics or inquiries. They could have programmed their computer to alert them whenever someone looks up a certain topic, such as birth records at Pasadena General during those 11 days, I said. Austin nodded. Exactly, he said breathlessly. You need to clear off anything on your computer connected to that search, cookies and everything. If they track you down, what would they do? Taylor asked. They've already killed 40 people. With more than $2 billion of research at stake, who knows? Taylor suddenly blanched. Oh no. What? Something happened Saturday while I was at your party. What was the name of that company again? Elgin Incorporated. Taylor suddenly looked pale. Meet me at my locker. She sprinted off toward the building. She had already opened her locker by the time we caught up to her. She pulled out a glossy, trifold brochure and handed it to me. The piece looked like a recruitment brochure for some kind of fancy school. The cover of the brochure had a picture of the well-dressed, smiling students walking in front of a beautiful building. Taylor said in a hushed voice, this guy came over Saturday night and met with my parents. He said he was from a very special school in Pasadena, California. He told my parents that nationally this school only selects 17 students a year, and that had been recommended by an anonymous source for entry. They said it was the most prestigious boarding school in the country, and those who attended were guaranteed a full-ride scholarship to a university of their choice, Harvard, Yale, anywhere. My parents were way excited, but I told them that I could never afford that tuition. The man said not to worry about it, that they were offering me a full scholarship including books, room, and board. All I had to do was show up. Austin looked jealous. But you're only in 9th grade. That's what my parents said, but the man claimed that starting their students young is one of the reasons their students are so successful, and that any student enrolled in the school could pretty much name their college and salary. My parents told them they needed to think about it, but they didn't want me to be away. What's the name of the school? I asked. The Elgin Academy of Pasadena. Elgin? I looked again at the brochure. Taylor looked afraid. What have I gotten myself into? You've got to erase everything off your computer as soon as you can, Austin said. I shook my head. If that's them, it's already too late for that. You better tell your mom and dad. Tell them what? That their daughter has superpowers and some big corporation is hunting her down? If that's what it takes, I said. She leaned back against her locker and slid down until she was sitting on the ground. Her eyes began to fill with tears. I sat down next to her. Without looking at me, she said, I'm scared. Listen, I said, my mother has been in tough spots before. She'll know what to do. We'll pick you up from cheerleading and we'll figure it out tonight. Taylor wiped her eyes. Okay, that's a good plan. Trust me, it will be okay. I looked at the brochure again. May I keep this? She nodded. I folded it up and I put it in my pants pocket. Just then a voice came over the PA system. Michael Vey, to the office. Michael Vey? Taylor looked at me with wide eyes. What's that about? Austin said. I have no idea.